clinical researcher and fellow at the Center for Democratic Development, says Ghanaians often object to clinical trials of medicines because they are giving too little information on such projects. According to Dr. Derek Edem Akpalu, there is more to derive from clinical trials if the country opens up to it. He said this at a clinical trial information and education forum organized by the CDD here in Accra. Here's a report by Philip Ankra.
Clinical trials are studies performed on people that are aimed at evaluating a medical, surgical, or behavioral intervention. They are the primary way that researchers find out if a treatment, like a new drug or diet or medical device, is safe and effective in people. But in Ghana, this intervention has received a lot of criticism due to misinformation, with the latest being a malaria vaccine in May this year. Dr. Derek Edem Akpalu said the gap must be closed.
A lot of our clinical study information or results or data are not in easily digestible context or texts for the lay person. And that is something that we need to learn as scientists, as physicians, as researchers, because it's the training. You're trained and you constantly communicate with people of a certain technical level. When you switch, you need to be cognizant of the fact that your audience is different, and therefore your language must be different so they can understand. As experts, as scientists, healthcare providers, we have the responsibility to lead in changing these notions. It can't be the other way around. We have to lead. Now, unfortunately, a lot of us are not on social media. A lot of us are not blogging enough. So when the patient or participant goes online, they have information that may not be fully verified, but that's all they have. But if we can also engage them and provide an alternate view, a fact-laden view, then you put the participant in a position where they have to critically evaluate information to decide what is right and what's wrong.
A coordinator for clinical trials at the Noguchi Institute, Dr. Susan Eduamankwa, said Ghana stands to gain a lot should drugs be tried here.
We should be happy that drug trials are now being held here because they will be peculiar to us.
So it should not be seen as a disadvantage?
No, not at all. You know, because what will happen is that they will bring us drugs with their dosage. Look, even between America and the UK, there are so many differences in the. If an American is giving you an antibiotic, it's like killing a fly with a sledgehammer. They will give you the highest dose possible, and that is what they do in their area because they have done the trials in their area to determine that this is what is pertains in our area. We have determined that if you do it here, we are maybe slightly lower, given certain this thing, and that person is normal. There is benefit that comes from, and not to the individual researchers per se in terms of academics, but to the community as a whole, because when they are going and they finish the research, they won't take it. They will leave everything. So if you have 2 -80 fridges, 1 -8 fridge is about $10,000. They will buy you 2.
A mental health practitioner and health blogger, Kelvin Odonko, believes the resistance can be reversed when researchers and individuals who have gone through these trials tell their success stories.
Indeed, talking about having success story, social media is one of the communication platforms that enables the transfer of message and information. And people tend to believe, people have much faith and belief when they can see someone telling their story. So if they tell a story of having gone through a bad experience during maybe this trial or that thing, definitely people pick it up. People say that it's turned people into pig, but do we have an evidence where someone have been turned into a pig before? No, we may not have seen that, and someone might have gone through successfully. So it is important that whilst we have clinical trials, we have social media trials on using people who have gone through these trials successfully to tell the story. By doing that, there is much more trust, there is much more appreciation of the benefits of that trials or the clinical intervention that we're talking about.
The forum was held on the theme, the role of digital and social media in improving clinical trial notions in Ghana. Philip Ankrets report for Joy News.